Hello everybody, my name is Weird Sound and this is a Dungeon Crawl Stone Soup Let's Play. Today we are playing as a Centaur Hunter. Centaurs are not a race I commonly play. They move very quick, they're very good at shooting things and turning them into pincushions full of arrows, and they get hungry very, very fast. I don't actually recall playing a Centaur and having a whole bunch of luck with it in the past, but I'm going to try today. However, the class I'm playing, or background as they prefer to be called in Dungeon Crawl Stone Soup, is Hunter, which is one of my favorite in the game. Hunters are also designed to excel at turning things into pincushions full of arrows from a distance. Or, depending on your choice, you can also turn into pincushions full of crossbow, bolts, darts, javelins, sling bullets, or huge frickin' rocks if you're an ogre or troll. I guess if you're full of sling bullets or huge frickin' rocks, you're not actually a pincushion, but I digress. Hunter is probably actually the class I'm best at. I've taken 4 characters to the realm of Zot, which is the portion of the dungeon where you go to end the game. One of those 4 I don't count because I cheated in Save Scum just because I wanted to see the realm of Zot before I was any good at this game at all. So 2 of the 3 that do count were hunters. Of course, the one that I won with wasn't a hunter, but I'll talk about that one when I play that class maybe, or take that god. But for now, let's begin our journey deep into the dungeon to retrieve the Orb of Zot, or much more likely, die trying. Take a quick look at our racial mutations and weirdness. Centaurs have hooves in place of feet. I'm pretty sure that gives them a kicking attack if they're fighting unarmed. Armor fits poorly on their strangely shaped bodies, which means armor isn't going to be all that useful to me. I digest meat inefficiently. I think that means I prefer to eat the yucky vegetables hanging around the dungeon. Yuck. I cover ground quickly. That is the Centaur's probably greatest boon. They move faster than almost everything else in the dungeon. So unless it moves faster than normal, or has a ranged attack, it doesn't have to be able to kill you. If you play smart, you can avoid it. You have a fast metabolism. That means the Centaur gets hungry really fast. So I need to constantly be going after food and killing things and butchering them and cutting them up and eating them. It also means I might want to think twice before I align myself with a god who likes to demand corpse sacrifices. Although you actually can make that work. And finally I have extremely tough skin. That gives me 3 armor class points. That's not enough to make up for the fact that armor fits poorly on my strangely shaped body. But in the early goings, it's better than nothing, so I'll take it. I guess I'll look at my skills real quick, too. Wrong button. We are trained in the art of fighting, bows, dodging, and that's about it. Of all those skills, Centaurs really only excel at bows. They actually suck at dodging because they're huge things with equine bodies that are easy to hit because they're huge. Right now, I think we will start by pouring everything into fighting. I'm equipping a short blade right now. I don't intend to stick with short blades forever. I want to probably grab blunts or axes or something. So turn off all the skills you don't want to train at the moment. I can leave traps on. Traps is an important skill for everybody. Yeah, but let's not highlight it. And highlight fighting so it gets most of it. You can constantly and slowly build traps over the course of the game. Give it to 2 or 3% while you're trying to dump into another skill. And it will usually, for most characters, be ready by the time the truly nasty traps start showing up. And the trap skill, for those of you who don't know, helps you spot traps. And later on in the dungeon, there are some really nasty traps out there that you absolutely do not want to blunder into. I think that is all the pre-game administrative work taken care of. So let's start the adventure into the dungeon. I will equip the sword first and go. There's some bad guys, and I'll demonstrate shooting powers with the bow. Pew. I think I missed a newt. But I one-shot killed the goblin. And I one-shot killed the newt. Because I'm good with arrows. The goblin has a club. It probably sucks worse than a short sword. Accuracy rating 4, damage rating 6, 110 delay. Accuracy rating 3, damage 5, 130 delay. Yeah, it sucks more than a short sword, but I have a bow if I want to do real damage, and in the long run, I don't want to be training my short blades, I want to be training my clubs. I'm not going to equip it until I have to, because it could be cursed, and I don't want to be stuck with a cursed weapon. Alright, the arrow. I will butcher all the meat I find right now, because I have nothing better to do. Oh my god, arrows of dispersal on the first floor. These are rare and powerful arrows that teleport whatever they hit a little bit, and usually away from you. So it's a good way of dealing with nasty things, trying to get in your face and ruin your day by killing you. And I don't want to die. So I'll pick those up, and I'll probably end up using them. Hopefully not too soon. Alright. I will shoot you with an arrow. Shoot you with an arrow. Arrow. Okay, that rat's in melee range, not worth wasting arrows on. I'll try my club. Phew, it is not cursed. I will beat the rat with a club. And it hurt me a bit, because I stink with a club, and a club is a terrible weapon anyways. I will recover my HP. There's another club. I'm not going to bother picking it up. Hopefully I'll find a mace, or a flail, or a morning star, or a great mace or something soon. And then I won't have to use this pathetic club to train my maces and flail skill. The maces and flail skill is used to govern your damage and attack speed with any sort of object that you'd want to bash through somebody's skull with and brain them. So, pretty much blunts and for some reason whips. There are whips in this game and they count as maces and or flails. Alright, that goblin, yeah, I'm not going to have to waste arrows on that. He's not that dangerous. I'll mace him. Or club him. Join the club. Boom. I am now level 2. Each time you gain a level, you gain extra points of health and magic. And sometimes, especially if you hit a level divisible by 3, you'll gain an attribute point. So you'll get to increase your strength, intellect, or dexterity. Which are all good to increase. Some more than others. Alright. There are boots. I don't think I can wear those because I have hooves, but let's try anyways. Nope, I can't wear boots with hooves. Okay, sucks for them. They don't get to travel with me and go on great adventures. That is a runed agate ring. I've actually never seen that particular tile for a ring before. So it could be an artifact. It might be an artifact. But there's two reasons why I think it is hidden. One, I've never seen an artifact on the first floor of the dungeon before, and I'm not entirely sure that's even possible. And two, I am playing the trunk, or beta version of Crawl for the first time ever, and this might just be a new tile for the ring. I'll try to identify it when I read my scrolls after finishing exploring the floor. Okay. I'm finished exploring the floor. So let's try reading my scrolls. Before I read my scrolls, I want to equip that useless short sword, just in case it gets cursed. If it's cursed, I can't unequip it, so I won't be able to pull out my mini invisible butchering knife to butcher a corpse. So I'll want to have a bladed weapon if I have a cursed weapon that can butcher corpses without my mini invisible butchering knife. Hopefully none of these scrolls are cursed weapons, because I'd probably be in trouble with a cursed short sword anyways, because I'm not good with short swords. Okay, that scroll brought me to my inventory screen, which means it can be one of 3 things. Identify, which tells you what unknown items are. Enchant armor, which makes your armor better. Or recharging, which recharges a scroll. I don't have a scroll to test, and identify is much more common than enchant armor. So I'm going to try to click an item that's unidentified and see if I can identify it. Nothing appears to happen. That wasn't identified. It was either recharging or enchant armor. And I just wasted it. Yay! Wastefulness. Let's try the other scroll. Nothing appears to happen. That was probably amnesia or remove curse. Those are the only two that will absolutely do nothing, I think. Alright. Get my bow back out and continue exploring the second floor of the dungeon. Those are jackals. I will beat their heads in. Hi, jackals. Come here. Alright, I'm faster than them. They're usually a little bit faster than most characters, but I'm a centaur, so I can move faster, maybe even faster than them. I didn't test, though. Oh well. That's probably information I need to know. So, next time I see jackals, I'll just try to run away from it for the sake of running away from it. There's a bat. I know I'm not faster than that. That's one of the fastest things in the game, but it's also completely weak and pathetic. Here comes a little ooze. I will... What's that? Okay, that is the new sprite and trunker beta for the adder, which is the basic snake monster of this game. I have to admit, that is a pretty badass adder. Adders are also a little bit threatening to me right now, so hold on while I try to ignore the ooze creature. Bounce the adder away with an arrow of dispersal. That misses. Bounce the adder away with an arrow of dispersal. That misses. Bounce the adder away with an arrow of dispersal. That misses. I'm wasting all my arrows of dispersal on this thing. Bounce the adder away with an arrow of dispersal. That misses. I will bounce the adder away with an arrow of Fuck. Alright, let's try this potion. Those restore abilities. I'm probably dead. Back to regular arrows. I killed the adder. There's a worm. That's a huge threat. I killed the slime blocking my way. Now I can run away from the worm, which is good. I somehow got out of that mess alive. I'll grab my arrow back. And run. That's the one awesome things about centaurs. They're faster than everybody else, so they can run away like little babies when they don't want to die. Coincidentally, running away like a little baby is probably one of the better strategies available to any player in Crawl. If you're a new player and you're dying a lot, it's probably because you're trying to kill everything you lay eyes on. You don't have to kill everything to get to the next level of the dungeon. And you can't get to the next level of the dungeon if you're dead. Alright. Now then, each floor has 3 exits up and down. So let's try a different set of downstairs and see if they're less dangerous down there. I will butcher that newt. And rest up to recover my HP. I am hungry. I will eat. And then I will go downstairs. There's a hobgoblin. I will bash him to death. Butcher his corpse in case I'm hungry again. Bash the newt to death. Get another potion of restore abilities, which is useful if anything makes my strength, intellect, or dexterity drop. Because centaurs look like they got rather poor attributes overall. That's just an observation. A lot of races and backgrounds are a little bit better than the sum total of 14, 10, and 9. Okay, that corpse state made me nauseous, which means I can't eat anymore, and my character is probably throwing up behind the scenes, and the game is decent enough not to inform me of that fact. So, let's move on and kill things with a projectile vomit attack. Blah! I vomit arrows! And by killing that goblin, I have vomited my way up to level 3. And I can choose to increase strength, dexterity, or intelligence. At this stage in the game, I'm not sure what I want. Dexterity is good for dodging mostly, strength is good if you're wearing armor or want to carry a lot of heavy stuff, and intelligence is good if you're casting spells. I'm not sure if I'm gonna invest too heavily in dodging or if I'm gonna go armor yet. And I'm not sure if this character will last long enough to start considering picking up spells. I know advanced players generally almost always dump into intellect, because unless they're like intentionally trying to challenge themselves by going to get all 15 runes without any magic whatsoever, they're gonna want magic and they're gonna want intellect. But there's no way in hell this character's going for all 15 runes. I've never done it before, and the odds of me starting with this guy, I guess, are rather low. My default is usually strength, because you can hold more stuff and have more panic buttons in your inventory to get out of rough situations. So I will increase my strength for now. I'm sure I'll ask some people once I get to the point where I'm ready to take a pause and post this video, if this character lasts that long, how I should continue with his development. And you guys will tell me, oh, go dexterity! Or go intellect, be smart! But for now, I think I'll go strength. I will bash that bat's head in. It's a kobold! And it's shooting darts of flames at me. I will vomit arrows at it! Blah! Death by vomiting! And I'm still nauseous, so even though I'm hungry, I cannot eat that meat in my inventory. It's another ooze. I will club it down. Clubbed. That must be the new sprite for the ball python, which is the snake enemy that's less harmful than the adder and usually easily killed by almost anything in the game. Yep, it's a ball python. I will smash it, and it will die. More jackals. Okay. Now then, I'll explain a tiny bit of advanced strategy for you all. Actually, this is very basic strategy. When you are about to fight multiple enemies, you want to get yourself into a corridor so you only have to fight them one at a time. If I stand here, the jackals will come up to here, 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 and I'll be fighting 3 at once. But if I go up to here, they only have one option. They can walk right into me, one at a time, single file, and I can mow them down probably. Mow, 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 mow. Mow, 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 mow. Awesome. I will butcher some of that nice corpsage in case my nausea goes away. Well, it better go away, or else I will starve to death. That nausea is lasting for... What's that thing on the ground? Oh, that's the new sprite for the skeleton. That's cool. I'm learning new things and seeing new sprites. Now my nausea has gone away, so I will eat more, and crap, I'm still hungry, and that made me nauseous again. I could be in trouble. Let's pelt this worm with arrows. Pelt, pelt, pelt. I mean vomit. I'm nauseous, so I'm vomiting. I'm killing these things with projectile vomit, because that's what my brain says I'm doing. Whoa, 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 whoa. Hold up. That was a whip. It is a much better weapon than a club and trains the same skill that I want to train. And it's not cursed, which is important. Yeah. Let's shoot the hobgoblin for now. Yeah. Okay. I hope I don't starve to death. That would be humiliating. I don't think I've ever had a character do that before. That's a giant gecko. It looks like its sprite has been slightly changed to the new version, but it's still easily recognizable and equivalent to what its old sprite was. Yep, it's a giant gecko. How'd I guess? Let's whip out my whip and whip it. Whoopsh, whoopsh. It's dead. And food everywhere and not a bite to eat. How sad. Keep on exploring. That's bread. That's an adder. I won't shoot it with an arrow of dispersal, just a regular arrow, because apparently it's immune to arrows of dispersal. Now I gotta bring out the whip. And now I'm poisoned too, just for good measure. Okay, there's a worm. The worms are slower than even regular characters, so if you're smart, you can just run away from the worm, because they hit harder than most other things at the second level of the dungeon. Or if you have a ranged weapon or a weapon of reaching, you can just pick it off from a distance and it's completely harmless to do anything about you. I think the developers put the worm in the game to give beginning characters something they need to use strategy against. Because for the first level or 2 or 3 of the dungeon, a worm can probably kick your ass in melee. So you have to be smart about it and either don't fight it or fight it on your terms. Moving right along. Getting really concerned about my nausea status. Whip a bat. Whip a bat. Whip. I'll make whipped cream. I'm near starving, but I'm no longer nauseous. Yay! I could eat 2 pieces of meat and go back up to regular foodiness level. I know the word's from satiation or citation or something. I can't pronounce it, so I'm just going to say foodiness. And you're all going to live with it. Capiche? Capiche. Very good. Okay. A giant mite and an adder. I'm going to be a fool interested in the adder some more, even though it's clearly displayed immunity to arrows in the past. That one hit. I will whip out my whip and finish it. The giant might poison me, but I should have enough HP to finish it. There's a mace. I will look at the mace and compare it to my whip. Maces have an accuracy rating of 3, a damage rating of 8, and a delay of 140. A whip has accuracy of 2, damage of 6, and a delay of 110. So, whips are faster but weaker. Maces are slower but stronger and a tad bit more accurate. I think I'll go with the mace. Alright, moving right along. I'm still hungry. Is that worm corpse still good? Yes, it is. Hallelujah. I'll eat it. Usually corpses on the ground will rot pretty quickly, but... Hold on. Hold on, Auto Explorer. Stop. I thought I saw a triple sword over there. That's a really rare item. I might have just been seeing things. It like flashed really quick. I'm hungry again. I could have sworn I saw like a triple sword or something. No, that's a regular sword, but I think they just need 2 lines here. I like the new indicator there's something else underneath the item. In this case, a skeleton. Okay, for a second I thought there's like a rare and powerful triple sword right here on the 2nd floor of the dungeon. If that was the case, that'd be enough to totally change up my plans and make me not go for maces and flails with this character. Anyways, I have a bit of fighting skill. Once my fighting skill hits 4, I think I'll turn it off for a bit and focus on my maces and flails. Fighting skill makes all your weapons just a little bit better, and it gives you more max HP, which is important. But you need to be able to do the most damage you can with the weapon class of your choosing. So generally, you want to pump your melee weapon of choice, no matter what your character is. Because being able to kill something in a pinch is very good. I just found a spell book. Now then, centaurs aren't particularly great at magic, but let's take a quick little peek and see if it's anything that could tempt me into dabbling in the arcane. It is a young poisoner's handbook, and it includes the spell Mephitic Cloud, which is one of the most broken spells in the early game. And it's in my book that I found on the 3rd floor of the dungeon. This actually might be enough to tempt me into going into magic. Also has Toxic Radiance, which is a fun spell if you have poison resistance. So yeah, I might actually have to go poison magic. I'll consider it once my fighting skill hits its next integer point. I'm hungry again. That's wonderful. Keeping on with the exploration. And hey, that's Jessica. She's a unique monster. Unique monsters have names. They only appear once. And they're generally very, very, very proficient at making you dead. When I say generally, that means because some monsters are not very proficient at making you dead. Jessica is one of them. She's about as strong, maybe a bit weaker as the... Definitely a bit weaker than the basic orcish mages that you'll start seeing on floor 3, 4, and 5. I'll just pelt her with arrows, and she'll probably be dead before I know it. Yep. My fighting skill has hit level 4. So let's consider my options. Now then, I know a pretty big strategy for Springans, which is the other fast race in this game. They're faster than even centaurs. Is to go Poison Mage and spam a spell called Poison Arrow, which I don't think I have in this book. I do not have Poison Arrow in this book. So maybe it's a valid tactic for centaurs as well. I don't know. I am really tempted to try dabbling in poison magic. get mephitic cloud spam going. So, yeah. Let's keep maces and flails on, just so it improves a little bit. But crank into spellcasting as much as possible. Whip out my mace. Mace that guy. Butcher him because I can eat him. Ooh, that's an embroidered robe. It might give me cool special effects, or it might be cursed. But no, it's a +2 robe of fire resistance, which I actually think actually provides more armor protection than just my regular leather armor. And I notice it makes it so that way fire attacks do a lot less damage to me. So that is pretty cool. Very cool, even. Alright, moving on. It's another adder. I'm going to try to take this one to melee with my shiny new mace. Smash, smash. Smash, smash, smash. You're dead. I win. Woo! Alright. It's a goblin. Smash, smash. Smash, smash, smash. You're dead. I win. Woo! Smash, smash. Butcher. Giant might. Yeah. I almost want to have an orc or something show up, so I'd have to make some interesting decisions and show you an interesting fight. But I'm not going to complain if all the game wants to throw at me are newts and geckos and goblins and mites. I will butcher the goblin because I can sort of eat that, but mites are totally poisonous and inedible. Alright, I'll eat some bat. Bat soup! Alright. It's another adder. I'm good enough to beat these in melee now. Yay. I subtracted an adder. That was lame. I won't say that again. Or I will say that again. Okay, yeah, I can actually match these jackals in speed, which is good to know. Most characters cannot outrun jackals. I don't need to outrun jackals, though, because they're pretty weak, and unless you get them in a stupid situation where you're fighting them 3 or 4 at a time, or you're like a totally squishy wizard character with no MP left to cast awesome spells, jackals aren't going to ever be able to kill ya. Alright. Butcher that. Pick up that. Continue with the exploration. Ooh, a glowing dagger. I just have to try that. It's uncursed and glowing, but nothing else. It's probably enchanted and does extra damage or has extra accuracy. Or maybe less damage and accuracy. Who knows? Those are more arrows. My arrow stock is totally refreshed. That is a Crimson Imp. Also known as the most freaking annoying thing ever in the early game. It tends to take forever to kill because it regenerates really fast and teleports away. And it doesn't even drop a corpse or anything to feed you for your efforts. There, I killed it. My spellcasting skill has reached level 1, which means I think I can start learning some basic level 1 magic. I will learn Sting. So that way I can, if I just know a poison spell, I can start cranking my poison magic eventually, which is good. Centaurs are not really good at poison magic, but he'll learn. Alright. Moving right along. I need to eat. I get nauseous. So I will kill things by projectile vomiting again. Or not. I'll actually just bash that cockroach to death with a club. Because that's what I do. I'm going clubbing! It's Friday night. Actually, no, it's Wednesday morning. So I can't go clubbing. I should be shooting things more. I'm nauseous again. I'm going to projectile vomit a worm to death. You're welcome for the sound effects, by the way. And I'll finish it off in close range melee because it was valiant and brave and awesome enough to get close. And it was weak enough so that way it probably wasn't a threat to me anymore, so I could afford to do that. Yay, no longer nauseous, I can eat, and I'm no longer hungry. Moving right along. That's it for floor 3, folks. Next up, floor 4. You know, I'm actually already starting to regret turning magic on with this character because I just realized most poison spells are ranged attacks, and my bow and arrow is a ranged attack. I think I'm taking this character to the Department of Redundancy department, but whatever, I've already started down the path. I might as well walk it to my death. There's an adder. I have arrows to spare, so I will spare arrows for it. Pling, pling, pling. It's dead. It's a kobold. And I accidentally hit the wrong key and brought up my inventory. Pling! It's dead. I will butcher the adder. That was an ouchie trap with an arrow. Yeah. It's almost tempting to stand on the trap and trigger it a few times for free arrows, but nah. That's a worker ant. It's pretty dangerous. I'll pluck at it with my arrows. Trap skills hit level 1. I'm hungry. I'll eat. I'll butcher the ant so I can eat more when I get hungry again. And I picked up a scroll, which reminded me I haven't tried to identify some of my scrolls and stuff lately. So let's go back upstairs and try my scrolls and potions. That was a potion of slow. That would have screwed me if I had drunken it randomly in combat. I will wait for it to wear off. Waiting, 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 wait. Thank you. That was a potion of invisibility. That could really help me in some combat situations, but what the hell, I'll just go downstairs and see if I can exploit it for a little bit. Who knows? See, that bat has... Can bats see invisible? They can sense the presence of invisible creatures, yes. So the one thing I find while trying to exploit my short-lived invisibility, I cannot exploit my short-lived invisibility again. So that's wonderful. Back upstairs to test more stuff. That potion is a potion of confusion. Yay. The last potion I'm gonna bet is some sort of potion of healing, because usually those are the most common things that'll stack up in groups of 2 or 3 in the early game. So I'm gonna save those and try drinking them in the middle of combat, even though it'll probably screw me. Let's test out some scrolls. Switch to the sword in case I get anything cursy. That scroll cursed my armor, so now I cannot remove my +2 robe of fire resistance, which, honestly, I didn't have any plans on removing anyways. Alright. That was a scroll of amnesia, which means the other scroll I found earlier that I talked about that did nothing was probably remove curse, because I haven't read this scroll yet. Amnesia lets me forget a spell. I don't really want or need to forget a spell, so I'll press escape and just waste the scroll. Moving along. That was a scroll of teleport. It's a pity I waste that. It's also the reason you only test new scrolls on floors you've already cleared, because it randomly teleports you to somewhere else on the floor, which is good for escaping, but also carries a very slight risk of dumping you somewhere even more dangerous than you currently are. Let's go back to the stairs and continue. There's that scroll of curse weapon I was talking about. And since I don't have any scroll I've already tried, I probably don't have a way to cure that curse. So I'm going to be stuck with my sword for a while. I could be in trouble. That could be identification. Let's ID the ring. That's a cursed ring of hunger. Wow, I'm glad I didn't put that on. That would have screwed me royally. Since my weapon's already cursed, there's nothing really that's probably truly threatening to me at this point, so I'll try my other 2 scrolls. It was a scroll of random uselessness. Yay. I feel random and useless. I will eat some meat because I'm hungry. And last scroll, a scroll of fog. Alright. Moving right along. I could very easily die here. I have only my sword and my pathetically high failure rate sting spell, which is weak anyways to protect myself. Very few potions, no scrolls, and that's Blork the fucking orc. That is a very dangerous, unique monster. He can haste himself, so I'm not even sure I can outrun that. Wow, he didn't haste himself, so I outran him. Phew. I love centaurs now. They can... Orcs. Orcs everywhere. Leave me alone. I need to get to the stairs and think of something. Yeah. I'm gonna have to take some good advice from other people and just skip this dangerous... Why am I even fighting that? Okay, upstairs, upstairs, upstairs. Alright. That's a dangerous floor because it's wide open. There's no choke points. I don't have any of my regular tools. And let's see what the stack of 3 scrolls is. I don't know. Nothing appears to happen. Alright. I need to think of something fast. But try this other set of stairs. That's a glowing spear. I can't use it because my current weapon is cursed. Alright. You know, I really hate doing this and leaving a floor unexplored. But this floor is a death trap for me right now, and I don't want to die. So I will go just downstairs. Downstairs and live. And also eat that corpse. Yummy. Okay. Maybe not so much live as 2 hounds, a jackal. The jackals are usually groups of 3 or 4, so most likely 3. So there's likely 2 other jackals around. A skeleton, which is either a hound or a jackal skeleton. It's a hound skeleton. A worm, and a cockroach. And I'm not sure if that's a safe hallway with a choke point, or if it's nice and open with spots for monsters to walk through and the unseen black terrain. I'm gonna go back upstairs and find another downward stairs, and I think there's one over here. That's an ant. It's just as fast as me. Actually, no, it's not. Wow. Okay, that's Darwin. He is an elf wizard who usually hangs around with his twin sister Duvessa, who is an elf swords person. I am in huge trouble. I'm going downstairs, and that orc and that guy will follow me. This is another wide open floor. I'll have to kill this orc, and then the gecko, and I hope I can have time to run away from the worm. Alright. So I did that. Let's run down a bit. Then run over here and try this magic wand. Maybe it'll be what I need to save myself. Magic wands are like... they do cool things. That was a wand of teleportation. I'm teleporting that ant away. Alright. Crap. That's an ice beast. That could definitely murder my ass right now. This character is in deep doo-doo. Run away. That's a quokka. I can kill that, but I don't have time before the ice beast catches me. Okay, there's another set of stairs up. Back to the death trap floor. All the floors are death traps. I can kill these guys, though. And you. And, eat. Okay, let's try some IDing. What are these? Scrolls of cursed jewelry. That's just the most useful thing ever. And 2 potions of curing. So, yeah. Okay. Okay. Relax. There's Duvessa. That's Darwin's twin sister. And I don't want to fight them without arrows. I'm going back upstairs. Gotta kill this adder. Gotta kill it. It's dead. Alright. I butcher you. I will restore my health by waiting. Head back downstairs. Continue exploring. There's so many dangerous, unique monsters around. It's crazy stupid. Is this a dead end? I would be in deep shit if this is the dead end. There's another scroll of cursed weapon. I don't need that. I don't even want that. There's Darwin and Duvessa to make matters interesting. Unknown scroll. Let's head back downstairs to the nasty doggy place. Most of them have left. I'm increasing intelligence now since I reached level 6. And I'm considering using magic seriously. Crapola. Heal. Zap myself with a wand of teleport. I'm in trouble. I'm in more trouble. Come on, there's got to be like a choke point or something at least I can use, right? Like that. That's a choke point. Although I'm still not sure I can beat these guys one-on-one. Yeah. I cannot. at least soften the blow. Heal myself with that weak potion of healing. That Hound Skeleton is weak and slow, so it'll block all the other guys. I gotta run even deeper on the floor. And that's the new sprite for the jelly, which is absolutely the last thing I wanted to see on a new floor. I've gotta run. Maybe I can find the temple and rest and take that as a spot. That is a morning star. I will pick that up before the jelly can eat it, because if I can uncurse my crap, that's a pretty good weapon. Accuracy rating -1, damage rating 10, base attack delay 150. This is accuracy rating 8, base attack 140. It's less accurate and slightly slower, but a bit more damaging. That's an ogre! Just great. Wow, I'm just running from everything because I'm a centaur. Pick that up. I'll pick that up. There's so many very dangerous things all around me. Like another centaur. That could be it for me. I can't really outrun that. If something zapped me with a wand of slow, I'm so dead. Wand of teleport. Kick in before I die. You won't. I don't have time. This is about it for this character, folks. Bah. Yeah, I'm dead. Thanks for watching. I just completely ran out of resources there. Except for that one potion of Berserk Rage that I didn't have identified. That would have bailed me out. Damn it. Damn it. Actually, it probably wouldn't have even been enough in this situation. The Orc Warrior, the Ogre, more than one Orc Mage. Any one of those things probably stood a fair chance of killing me in a one-on-one fair fight. Even the Ant and the Frog, my ability to beat those fairly with just a short sword is a bit iffy. Yeah, this character got screwed by the cursed weapon scroll. Really and royally screwed. But that was my attempt at Centaur Hunter. Maybe I'll do another one. I like hunters. And I've decided I like the fact that centaurs are fast. He should have died a lot sooner than he did, I think. But he was fast, so he didn't have to, and he lived a bit longer. I think that's pretty cool. Maybe I'll try another centaur eventually. Anyways, this has been my first real attempt at an LP. I hope you all enjoyed it. The suggestion for this class and race was delivered by one TehDruid. So thank you, TehDruid, for suggesting an adventure with a Centaur Hunter. And keep the suggestions up for what I can play on the crawl. And I'll keep doing them. Give me feedback, commentary, whatever. I know I can improve at this Let's Play stuff. Maybe I'll pick up some video editing. Let me know what you think about the sound quality. I just got a new cool microphone that I'm pretty proud of. So feel free to shoot me down back to earth in that regard. And have a great day, everybody. This has been Weird Sound. This has been Dungeon Crawl Stone Soup. On behalf of the dead centaur and his inventory screen, goodbye.